referee. Third man in the middle is Mr. Jeff Eddy.
Blue, red, touch gloves. All right, obviously that's a bit high, that's a little bit high. All right, I'll take it to there and there. Okay, you listen to my instructions at all times. You protect yourself at all times, okay? Good luck to both of you. Go back to your corner and I'll call you at the bell.
Two boys physically very different stats, as we saw on the tail of the tape. Louis Marsters, Ike from Pluto. And here we go. It is two right-handers. Marsters in the black trunks. Our Galaxy friend, Ike from Pluto, in the grey, the purple and the white fur, as you would expect. National colours of Pluto, apparently. Two right-handers.
And Louis Marsters always gives his opponents a hell of a fight. He's almost like a little mini Mike Tyson. You can see he does that bob and weave style, the peekaboo style, so to speak, and even looks like Tyson with those trunks and how he fights. And like I said, he always gives everyone a really tough night. So Ike, if he's smart, he would stay on the outside like he's doing right now, working off that jab and keeping everything long, because you can see he's the far more experienced and better boxer, that's for sure.
I think it might have been Angelo Dundee back in the 1970s. Was quoted something along the lines of, the referee says the guards are high, that's where you test early. That's where you test early. And Ike showboating already, but both guards extremely high, and that was noticed by our referee, Jeffrey Eddy.
Well, you're probably right, Andy. You're covering it up for a reason. It's because you don't like body shots. So, I mean, there's probably a method to that madness, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, I've seen Masters fight, though. I don't think it is actually relevant this time round, because Masters, he can take a shot, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I've seen him take him to the body, take him to the head, and he takes them well. He, like I said, he gives everyone a really tough fight. He's only had the two losses, and one was a Trill Pilcher, and the other one was a split decision loss to Jackson Murray. So that's really good form leading into a fight like this.
There was a little bit of showboating from Ike. Oh, and he drives the right hand into the rib cage. Louis knows he's in a fight here, just over 30 seconds remaining in round number one.
Good shots there from Masters. You can see starting to the body. I'll probably correct myself, there was two of his recent losses, Andy. He's had more losses than two, but you can see he always puts himself in the deep end and tests himself against the best possible fighters in and around Australia. Good shots there from Ike.
Really good corner in Ike from Pluto's corner. We're going to show you a little superstar who earlier this year did herself and a country proud, but Olympian Monique Sirachi is in the corner with Ike from Pluto, just sitting at ringside at the moment behind Ike and where the instructions are going on. Good first round for Ike.
It was certainly a good round, very measured round. You can see when he kept him at the end of his punch, he was scoring and scoring at will. He's a far better technical boxer out of the two, but that's the game of Masters. He needs to close that gap, and when that gap is closed, he's just got to throw and throw hard, because that's what he does, and that's what he does best. Good shots there from Ike.
Yeah, they certainly were. Final instructions from both corners.
Seconds out. Just wait there, bro. Wait there. Box!
And we rip in round number two. This is scheduled for 6.
Good shots there in close once again from Ike from Pluto. He's mixing it up really well.
Even though he's the taller boxer, the longer boxer, better when he gets on the inside. Shortens his punches a little, just like we're seeing here.
Very
talented kid.
Very smart boxer. Obviously only had the one professional fight before tonight, but he's had a stack of amateur experience.
Yes.
So that's obviously served him well because he knows his way around the ring, that's for sure.
Penrith boy.
Oh, right hand. Clobbered his opponent. Oh, and sets it up well. Couple of pitter-patters up the top, bringing up the guard of Marsters, then sinks one into the body just like that. Good shots.
He's got some angles, he's got some punches on him, and he wears one. There you go. There you go.
And that's what Marsters can bring at any time. He can change the game because his game is at power punching and power punching close. If you drop your guard at any stage, you can get caught and caught just like that.
Marsters got a bit of energy and a good left hand. Backing it up here, Louis Marsters.
Wouldn't this be an upset for the ages? Plenty of credibility around Ike from Pluto coming into this fight, and this would be a major upset.
Still 90 seconds remain in the round. Geez, he's biting down on the mouth guard, Louis Marsters, and really loading up here. Only his second pro fight, so he doesn't have that experience and that knowledge in how to slow the fight down, how to pause the fight basically without getting pinged for holding.
Well, you're right, he's not really holding at all. I mean, usually when you're buzzed a bit, you want to try and hold and grapple and try and get your head back, but he's still boxing very much like an amateur, almost boxing for points, and he's releasing very quickly, which is probably not helping his head, to be honest, especially when it's buzzing after just being dropped.
In the middle of all that, Ike actually threw a terrific right hand, a rip to the body, and you could hear the wind come out of Louis Marsters. With a big round, especially over just 6. Big round.
As it stands right now, it's a 10-8 round for Marsters, so that's a very telling round with the knockdown. Ooh, a big left hook. Just missing the mark there once again from Marsters. He's really found a home for that big left hook.
Wearing a lot of shots as Louis Marsters. The biggest shots go to him most certainly. This is the Cruiserweight division, 6 by 3-minute rounds. Ultra Tune, our major sponsors tonight. Game Bread, our sponsored gloves. And Rookie Me, bringing data and analytics to life through sports technology.
Round 2 was a goodie, plenty of action, but the exclamation mark was a knockdown, and it was from that man, the black trunks. A cracking shot, sending his opponent to the canvas, which will force that 10-8 round. So all of a sudden, he's ahead. There it is, a cracking shot, boom.
And he wasn't far away in following it up. He's marked up over the left eye as Louis Marsters as we get into round number 3 here in St Kilda. Wherever you're watching, hope you have had a terrific week. Summer kicking off. The holiday period just around the corner too. Marsters loading up. He knows he's got the power. He knows there's a way through the defence. Well, he knows that now. And just a reminder, every 15 seconds from the blue corner, Ike, keep your hands up high. He's here in fight number 2. He wants to win, obviously, but he wants to look good.
Certainly
Wants
does.
to make a name.
Yeah.
But the result is more important than how you look.
His key to success tonight will just be working up that jab. You can see is every time he leads with that jab, he sets something else up and it scores usually. And not only does it set up his power shot, but it also keeps his opponent at bay, shorter fighter at bay, so he doesn't get close enough to be able to release his big power shot like we saw in that second round. Oh, there it is once again, launching but just missing there. His Masters as he comes in but caught with 2 shots. That uppercut was a beauty from Ike. Once again, fighting for that centre position. He is the better boxer of the two, Ike from Pluto. So that's where he wants to be, but that's exactly where Marsters wants to be. He wants his opponents back to the ropes so he can launch and he can't escape left or right. Swing and miss, but good evasion there from Ike. Back on the jab. Two
Quick hands,
Yeah.
quick hands.
conflicting styles here.
Isn't it?
Polar opposites.
And if Ike exclusively just wants to box, he's probably got the talent and the speed to keep Marsters at arm's length. But Ike likes getting in close.
And that's just experience.
Yeah,
Andy,
it is.
obviously, I mean, second pro fight, he's doing a pretty good job keeping this little bull at bay most of the time. Obviously, he's only been caught that once, but he's doing a pretty good job getting back to centre ring because that's where he's the safest.
Okay, we are now 3 rounds in. There was a 10-8 round in favour of Louis Marsters. I would suggest 2 10-9 rounds in favour of Ike from Pluto, which means we're square after 3.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think we've got a drawn fight at this stage. As we see some replays of that third round, and it was another good one from Ike because he got back on his bike and he started boxing from a distance. He controlled that centre ring, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Making him miss and making him pay. That was that uppercut that I called throughout the coverage. It was a cracking shot, just moving out of harm's way and then bang, straight back. Nice boxing and great evasion.
Getting ready for the second half of the fight, round number 4. It is Louis Marsters in the black and Ike from Pluto in the grey, the purple and the furry white.
That name is out of this world, Andy.
Literally. Boom tish. Unofficially, we've got it as a drawn fight after 3 rounds. Andrew Bartlett, Martin O'Malley and Brett Manton are our 3 ringside judges. Looking over the top with that left hand was Marsters. I don't think there's any doubt that the bolo right hand, that one, is the go-to punch and the danger punch for Mr. Pluto.
Certainly is, but if he's susceptible to being caught with a punch, Masters, it's that uppercut, because when he commits hard and he comes in hard and fast. So that uppercut, he catches him as he comes in, he'd almost knock himself out with his own power.
Yeah. Doing a good job of cutting the ring off at the moment, Louis Marsters.
He certainly is, because he's had plenty of experience doing it. Obviously,
Yeah.
he's a very short fighter for this weight division, so he's usually the smaller fighter when he fights somebody. So he's had so much experience being able to cut off that ring, because it seems like he's forever doing it because he's always fighting a taller fighter.
Break!
Oh, good quick hands again.
Yeah, really good left hook in close there from Ike from Pluto. Uppercut just missing the mark there, catching gloves. And a left hook, that was a beauty.
Popping out that left hand repeatedly, Mr. Pluto. Just gassing a little bit here. The output from Louis Marsters isn't what it was.
and you gasp because everything he throws hard, and that zaps your energy. There's no setting up. There's no pitter-patter punches. He just throws and throws hard, and that can zap the gas tank pretty quickly.
Certainly got the respect of Ike, though, hasn't he? Like, Ike, 4-punch combination there, but Ike is on high alert.
Certainly is. Oh, good left hook once again in close there from Ike from Pluto. As Marsters was coming in, he caught him with that left hook. Hopefully we catch that on the replays because that was another pearler just like the last round.
Great to see some very familiar faces in the crowd here tonight. From Oxworks, Glenn Hosking, and from the Ace Boxing Group, Angry Angelo DiCarlo, enjoying the ringside action.
See some replays of that 4th round, and hopefully we get to see that left hook because there's another really good shot there from Ike. Boxing really well, trying to get back to that center position of the ring because that's where he holds all the aces. Marsters, on the other hand, trying to close that gap.
Seconds down, stay the phone. Stay there, bro. Stay there. Box!
Here we go, round number 5, the penultimate round. Ike from Pluto on the left of screen. Louis Marsters now back to camera. Black trunks. Oh, terrific body shot. You heard that. The ones you hear, those thuds. When you're ringside, you can also actually hear the air being exhaled. Louis Marsters, plenty to say. I think Ike's having a chat back.
And both boys having a bit of fun in there. You can see trying to draw something out of their opponent by frustrating them with their words. Good shot. It was a good little pivot away and then came straight back to Ike and scored well to the body. Oh, uppercut left hook once again, back to center ring. Doing everything perfect since that knockdown is Ike from Pluto. He's probably got, I'd say, the best amateur trainer in his corner as well, Gary Hamilton. And you can see the boxing ability that he has is surely come from that man because he is a freak of a teacher, especially in the amateur game. He's had plenty of prospects that have come through and represented the Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games, and so on and so forth. He's had plenty of runs on the board, has Gary Hamilton.
And hold.
60 seconds remaining, round number 5. Put the game bred gloves on. It's that right hand. Can answer all the questions. Louis Marsters knows he's got the power as Ike from Pluto calls him in.
With fatigue now, you can see it's a little bit telegraphed what Marsters is throwing, and with a smart boxer like Ike from Pluto, he's seeing it a lot better now. Obviously that fatigue is slowing things down with Marsters, and it's, like I said, very telegraphed now. Good shot once again in close from Ike. He tries to go left and right, boxing well. Not staying in the one position for too long because he knows with a puncher they need to set. But if you don't stay in the same spot, they can never set.
Louis Marsters still talking, let's go, he's saying to Ike from Pluto. What a huge test it is for Ike, getting in with a grizzled old veteran like Louis Marsters, who is as tough as shoe leather, and you're going to wake up with some bruises. You're also going to wake up with a knowledge and some experience that you didn't have.
And this was round 5, the penultimate round. We're going 6 rounds here, but the fifth round was another beauty. A boxing masterclass from Ike from Pluto. You can see starting to have his way now. Boxing smart on the outside, creating angles, getting back to that center ring position, and just having it his own way now.
Come on, boys.
Just waiting on the Masters corner.
Touch him up, boys.
Touching him up for the 6th and final round. We are doing it at Cruiserweight. This contest sponsored by the crew at UltraTune. Great to see Sean Buckley, the CEO of UltraTune and UltraTune Thoroughbreds, sitting here ringside with us.
Right, sit back, brothers.
Masters knows he needs a stoppage to win this, looking for the left hand. They're going to throw down for 2.5 more minutes.
They certainly are, and you can see he's closing that gap a lot better than the last couple of rounds as Masters, because obviously desperation's starting to kick in now. Like you said, I think he needs a knockout to win this. So he's trying to close that gap and close it hard. Right hand over the top, scoring, but it wasn't fully loaded from Masters.
The power's still there. It's the pace of the punch that has maybe just dropped 10 or 20% over the last 4 rounds since that second round knockdown.
And first fight for 2024 for Masters.
Oh, yeah!
Caught him again, just as we say that. And he wrestled him to the canvas. That was a WWE
Here we go.
takedown.
Time. Marsters, come here. Come here. Marsters. All right? Time in. Box.
Live sport. Apologise if you were offended or the emotion of it all. But, Ike was certainly tagged and basically held himself up, and that's why Louis took exception to it.
And that's what Masters is capable of. We just said it's his first fight for 2024, so he's maybe a little bit rusty, but when you always hold the power, you always hold a hope. And that's exactly what Masters has got here right up until this last minute of the contest. He's behind on the scorecard, certainly, but he's still got to punch his chance.
Louis Masters with the right hand there. Now, it depends what you're looking for in a boxer and in a contest in a round as to how you've scored this 3-minute period. Ike's throwing more punches, Ike's throwing better punches, but the big punch went to Louis. Is that one punch and the stumble that came from it enough to sway the judges into Louis Masters' favour for the 6th and final round?
Oh, that left
Launches.
Oh, and the right hand over the top. I think he's just done enough to seal this round, potentially. Like you said, Andy, those couple of power shots could be the defining shots for this round.
A few words being exchanged between the corners, between the fighters. Ike keen to talk on.
See some replays of that 6th and final round, and it was a big one for Louis Masters. He knew he had to come in hot that round, and he certainly did. He turned up the heat full dial, and he almost caused the knockout upset once again, because he hit him, and he hit him hard right there. You could see he was rocked.
What a great belly-to-belly suplex that was for the World Wrestling Entertainment. Terrific. We're going to a break. We'll be back with the decision shortly. Okay, we have the numbers in. Let's go to James O'Shea.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get set to make this one official. But again, put your hands together for our two fighters. What a great contest. Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the first card reads 58 to 55. Judge 2 scores the contest 57 to 56. And your third judge scores the contest 57 to 56. All to your winner by unanimous decision. And it goes to the blue corner, Ike from Pluto.
Ike from Pluto, 57-56 on two scorecards, 50.